Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is SmokedAlive and I'm back. Finally back with the tutorial. So if you're interested in this look, then just keep watching. I'm super pumped about it. So I am currently figuring out a permanent filming situation for my garage. I have to insulate it, all of that. So it'll just keep getting better and better and better. But for now, this is what we got. So I'm using the Morphe concealer in C0, so white. So it's just been super long. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, so if this video is a little all over the place, it's because I'm all over the place. But we're just gonna be priming the lids with this concealer. Girl, I have a unibrow and a stash. We'll worry about that later. So taking the Morphe powder in filter 1, I'm just going to set this concealer. This is just a white powder. It's not translucent, it's actually white. So I've been taking my concealer all the way in, like all the way out there, because I've been noticing I always have such darkness in that area. So this has been really helping applying the concealer in there. Y'all, this unibrow is haunting me. I'll be right back. You guys, I just feel so like giddy and like since I'm filming. Okay, so we're gonna be using the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I love this. Love. So just with any fluffy brush you got, I'm gonna take this shade right here. So we are doing the green look that you guys have already seen on my Instagram, but I'm gonna spaz it up because I had a lot of people say that you wanted to see it. I just remember I used this palette on my channel before in these exact same colors. Great. We're gonna go ahead and go in with the shade right here. No, not this one, the middle one. I'm taking a Morphe M514 brush. I'm just gonna take the in the crease to deepen up the color. This brush is shedding, it's like poking me in the eyeball. Okay, so next we're gonna be going in. I turn into Eminem when I talk, but I can't rap. We're gonna be going in the Jaclyn Hill palette. We're gonna use this dark green shade called Enchanted, and we really wanna start deepening up this lower lash line. Intense, dark, smoky. So this color, I will say, can be pretty finicky. I have issues with greens. I was gonna keep this fully matte, but I'm actually gonna bring in some shimmer, and we're gonna go in with this dark green shimmer. I'm just gonna place that right over Enchanted. So now I'm gonna take that shimmer on the same brush that I took Enchanted, and I'm gonna start bringing this further up in the crease. I usually don't do that with the shimmer, but today we're going to. So we're gonna go back in with that shade. We're just gonna kind of start trying to meld these two together, which mixing those two greens together should create a darker green, because I just need like a darker green that's like in between these two, but I just don't have it, so I'm gonna try to mix and blend and create it. All right, I think we got it. So now I'm gonna take this middle shade right here. This is a very bright, like blue metallic. I'm just gonna place this all over the lid. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how beautiful that glitter is in there. So this is what your eyes should look like right now. We're gonna go in with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter Primer. You guys know this is my absolute favorite. I cannot live without it. I mean, it's almost gone. I'm just applying this with a MAC 159 brush. The dupe for this one is, oh, did I not bring it in here? I did it, but the dupe for this is the Wet n Wild stippling brush, the little one. So since I've been gone, I have found a new love. This is the Maybelline New York Up to 24-Hour Wear Foundation. So it's actually their Super Stay Full Coverage. I love this. I shake it. So it's very thick in consistency. As you can see, it is thick. So I just kind of dot this around. And I start with about that because it can be a little bit harder to blend in than a normal foundation because of how thick it is. Oh, if you guys are curious, if you're curious of what shade I use, it is 110 Porcelain, which is the same shade that I use in the Maybelline Fit Me as well. So that covered a lot, and we still have like over half a pump left. So I'll put some on the nose. You guys didn't think I had extra forehead up there, did ya? I do. Goes way up there. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the Morphe concealer, and this is in the shade C115. Now, I did a first impressions on this, and I like this concealer, but like there's days where like I absolutely hate it. It's really weird. Like I'll use it one day and I'll enjoy it, and the next day I'm like, this is garbage. So I feel like my skin has to be in like a certain type of mood or it like rejects it. So it's kind of like the update on this. It's not my favorite. Like this stuff is a hit or miss for me. To set this, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. If you're somebody that gets oily on your nose, don't just bake your nose and then like wipe the powder off. Press it into the skin with your wet beauty blender so there's nothing to wipe off that is like so sunken in there. That should help with your oils. Next, I'm gonna use the Butter Bronzer, taking the Wet n Wild bronzer brush. I was using a different Wet n Wild brush for my bronzer, but I've really been liking this big one lately. Does anybody else have this problem with blonde hair where you just get makeup all over in it? It's not cute. Yeah, I see it. I see my forehead helmet. Dang it. Okay, so next we're gonna use the MAC Studio Fix Contour Kit. I'm in the shade Light. So what I've been doing lately is taking Emphasize with this Jeffree Star brush after I bake to add some highlight the face even more. What it does is it brings some luminosity to the skin, so everywhere I concealed, it just brings such a pretty luminosity to the skin, and it kind of brings your skin like back to life, makes it look a lot less dry. I'm loving the Wet n Wild brushes, guys. You guys seriously need to try these. So Wet n Wild, I think this is a blush brush, but I use it for contour. I'm gonna take the shade Sculpt, which is the middle shade here, and I'm going to contour the cheeks with this. Now that I'm blonde, my bronzer and contour show up so much more than it did when I had black hair. It's so interesting. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do like my makeup with blonde hair. I'm blonde, by the way, have you noticed? So the other thing that I've been doing, you guys have seen, I used to like carve out the crap out of my cheekbones, which I still enjoy, don't get me wrong. What I've been doing lately is taking the Emphasize powder with the Jeffree Star palette and just sweeping that underneath for a more natural looking contour. I really liked how it looked like in pictures and like in tutorials and stuff, but I was noticing when I went outside, it looked like I had like a really stark line for contour, and then I was like, ugh, like that's embarrassing. So I've just been trying to soften up. For blush, we've got Nothing New, Pop of Pink Trio. I'm gonna use the shade Spirit right here, so it's like the more pinky one. Y'all, I go heavy with blush. It's so funny, I didn't wear blush for, I'm talking way too much in this video. I didn't wear blush up until I think like a year and a half ago, and now I'm like making up for lost time. We're gonna use black. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do white or black to spazz it up. I want to keep it really nice and smoky in there. So we're gonna take the OCC eyeliner in the shade Tard. The reason why you want to do it up here is because when you put false lashes on or eyeliner, you're not gonna have a weird gap in your eye. take, so much stuff in here. Okay, we're gonna take the shade Enchanted again. And we're going to blend out that black shadow with it. Because we don't really want black, we want green, but I don't have a green eyeliner. But if you do have like a dark green, use that because I was really sick. Okay, so now that you did that, I use this tiny little one. Now I'm using the big one. These both don't have names, but they're like mini little pencil brushes. So they're from Morphe. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into that Huda Beauty palette. We're gonna go in with that green shade right there. And we're gonna start buffing out that dark gray, dark green slash black. Someone just texted me. I'm so popular. So now with that lightest green color that we first used, we're just gonna blend everything out with it. Okay, so this next step, I'm super excited about. So we're gonna be using the Magic Manifest Magic Liner. Now, some of you might be like, you did a review on that and you hated it. Why are you using it again? Well, if you're curious, you'll find out. I'm doing a whole brand review for Magic Manifest after this video. So if you're curious, it will be in the description box below. This top guy is like my favorite thing ever, which you guys know because I also use this in the Bratz video. Boom! That is it. That's it. It's so easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it with the top one because I think it looks so sick. Oh, love it. Okay, so now it is time for mascara. We're gonna finish up the eyes and then finish the face. Mascara. Alright, no liner for this look because we got this white eyeliner, so we don't need it. I'm gonna be using the, it smelled like sausages. The Miss Fury Lashes by, I don't know why I can't look at the camera, I'm just too like all over the place. Miss Fury Lashes by Rouge and Rogue, okay? I turn my head again. I turn my head again. I need to relax. Oh my God, oh, I thought that was a spider. Woo! Almost had a heart attack there. We're good. All right, using the House of Lashes lash glue as usual. I'm just gonna place this on the lash and I have learned to set it down and wait about a minute. Oh my gosh, I haven't put lashes on in 2 months. When I do my makeup on myself, I don't put lashes on. So I'm having a hard time. Excuse me, seriously neighbors, I'm filming. All right, lashes are on. So I feel like taking this green shade right here for the inner corner. Don't do it with a dirty finger. Okay, now I'm gonna take this shade, which is kind of like a yellowy, like right over the top because it's really glittery and I think that's gonna look really cool. Oh, yes. Woo! Taking the Jeffree Star highlighter brush, it is time for highlight. And we're gonna go in with the Kat Von D. I shouldn't say those two names in the same sentence, should I? No, I should. People need to get over their drama, I'm just saying. Okay, Green Emerald. Popping that on my cheekbones. Popping that on my cheek. Okay. This highlighter like isn't working with this brush because it's usually much more. Did Jeffree make this brush specifically not work with Kat Von D highlighters? Because I've never had a problem before. We're gonna take my favorite highlighter brush or highlighter palette lately. Ooh, this thing's messy. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna take the shade Star. This palette has a ton of fallout, but I love this shade. Popping it on the corners of my nostrils. Okay, so we're gonna do, no, look at the camera before you talk. Okay, so we're gonna do brows. I love the Jeffree Star brow brush. So we're gonna brush. loved this. So I always do the bleach brows. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's zoom you in. I just flick straight up with a very, very, very light hand to the front. And go out, 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 out. So now I start going up, like above the brow. As you can see, all those hairs up there are fake. And I think that's really what made the difference, was going above the brow. When I just kind of filled it in with the lines, I'm like, this isn't doing much. Taking it back old school. Can any of you guess what this color is? This is the only lip liner I owned for like 2 years, and it's all I used. It is MAC Stone Limecrime Cashmere. This is my favorite color ever. It's so much more pink than I remembered. I felt like this is so much lighter and like more gray. Man, I like swear this is different. Maybe not. It's crazy. It's like almost too pink for me because this is my favorite shade. Okay, so we're gonna set the skin with the Morphe setting spray. You guys know this is my favorite. While we let the lips dry, because I'm gonna add something in the center because it's just a little bit too pink for what I'm going for, we're gonna add these Magic Manifest Stonies Stars. Cute! Yes, okay, I like that. Reminds me of like the jail teardrops. Okay, so now that that color is dry, we're gonna go in with Requiem from Kat Von D. And I'm gonna tap that like all over. And then with my finger, I'm going to tap, because I need to lighten this up more. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this look came out dope. I'm in it. I love it. It looks very different with my blonde hair versus the black. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for new videos, and I will see you guys next week.